Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Big step, not only for you as a coach, but the organization as a whole to represent themselves in the way that you did. What are some of the key takeaways from yesterday and some of the lessons that you guys learned as well as you prepare to take on to a bigger opponent?
Yeah, we matured. That was the most biggest part of the season so far, going from preseason and then the league games that we played and then the Open Cup games that we played. We have such a young squad that we needed to mature, and that's exactly what they did. They did it in 132 minutes, which is really important and impressive.
What were some of the things that maybe Oakland Roots challenged you with that you guys were able to overcome over that overtime?
Well, we analyzed them pretty well. We knew exactly what they were going to do. Most of the time is they try to break the first two lines and then they try to hit in behind. So we really trained for that leading up to that game. But I felt that our young back three, that's why we play with the back three, they did extremely well. Stu Hawkins, Kaito Yamada, and Leo as well. They did extremely well, and eventually we brought Elias on. We sandwiched them so they couldn't really do much. And then most of the time, once they go into the box, it was really lofted balls, and Andrew Thomas is phenomenal in the air. So they didn't really threaten us as much, but we just needed that character because we knew it was going to be scrappy. So we needed that character to go up against them. And I don't condone my players getting yellow cards, but it was an indication of how much they were willing to fight during that game, and that's how we saw that maturity come from them.
Portland coming up here in early May, having them here, what does that mean to have a rival coming into your building?
Of course. I mean, I'll say this. Before we played our first Open Cup game, I had a conversation with Schmitz and also Wade. And Schmitz was like, yeah, why not you versus Portland? And Wade said exactly the same thing. So we already knew that it was kind of in the cards, but we want to take day to day. And then we did that. I mean, I'm really excited. We couldn't get a better draw, especially at Starfire as well. I know they're going to be very uncomfortable. We're going to use it as our advantage. And hopefully we get the support to come out in that game because we're going to need it.
I know you're a little bit newer to the rivalry than those two guys, but what does the Seattle slash Tacoma? Yeah, what does that mean to you?
We're not stepping out on that field as just Tacoma Defiance. We're stepping out on that field as Seattle Saunders, and that's what is important. We're representing this whole city and the whole state, so it's really, really important that the guys understand the history. And we're going to give them a little bit of a history lesson before that game so they understand exactly what they're playing for.
What do you know so far about some of the support that you get from the first team, guys like Paul Rothrock and other players that might be able to help you out in this big challenge?
Yeah, I mean, that's Schmitz's decision. It's not my decision, and Henry and Wade and them. But look, I mean, the team that I have that I got it to this stage, I'm really happy with. If we get any of those players, it's just an extra bonus. I believe in my guys. I'm crazy enough to believe in my guys and crazy enough to believe that we can actually impact and win that game.
Coach H, talking about confidence, not only in your team in the way that you're playing, what do you draw from? Where do you get the confidence to say, like, this is my squad, this is who I'm going to battle with?
Well, I trust Corey, I trust Sean Henderson, I trust everybody that does the work for me to have the team that I need at preseason. And then I trust my staff, Michael Morris, Fred, and Emma, and Sadiq. I trust them. So whenever they do the research and give me information on certain individuals, I now know the pieces that I can use. And then we just put it together. Mike and I, we put it together, and Craig DeHampa. We put it together and we come up with the best solutions. And so far, we've done really, very well. So we have talent on the staff, and games like this is just another platform for us to showcase what we can do as a staff, but also it's a good opportunities for those young guys.
Lots been made, but there's a magic at Starfire, especially in the U.S. Open Cup, being your home stadium. Do you feel any sort of mystique around that building, especially in the Open Cup?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There is a magic in Starfire. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but the fact that they are coming here gives us the advantage, right? They play on Saturday, we play on Friday, so we get an extra day, even though we know that their squad is a little bit deeper, but the advantage that we get is we get to play at Starfire, and we know that that's our advantage, and we're going to take full advantage of that moment and stuff like that. So it's really, really good. It's also nice for my guys to play at home as opposed to going all the way to Portland. But I don't like going to Portland, so the fact that we'll go home is amazing for us.
Coach, what message do you have for the supporters that have not necessarily, perhaps haven't had the time to invest into the club? Yeah. What do you say to them to encourage them to come out, and not just because it's the local team, but what is it from a team standpoint that you want to relay over to them?
Yeah, the individuals that are on my roster are a direct representation of the city. here at Seattle Sounders, we take pride in giving an opportunity to the young talents that are from the city. Players like Peter Kingston, who is from here, went to UW, played for Ballard, and now he's playing phenomenal on this team. Tebo Gomez, Snyder Brunel. So when you come out, you're supporting the opportunity for young talent within Seattle and Washington to actually achieve their dreams and play against a first team like Portland, which is a rival, and do well. That's what you're supporting. You're not just supporting because we're the local team. You're supporting the opportunity for young men and young women who eventually can go to Seattle Reign as well to get that opportunity.
You mentioned Peter Kingston. What is it about him that has really shown up? I mean, he's turning a lot of heads playing for Tacoma Defiance.
He's an amazing talent. He's a better human being, and he has a never say die attitude. Every single player should strive to be more like Peter Kingston.
How much are you keeping an eye on, for example, the USL2 season coming up here? Do you keep an eye on what's going on, our local talents?
Oh, of course. I mean, we already know. I mean, Corey Sensor will tell you. We already know who's going to play in that USL. We keep very tabs. We know exactly how many more years this one has in college. We know exact. I can really tell you the names of the people that I want from it. No, I won't. But yeah, we keep a tight eye on those things.